welcome to another episode of the Taryn Reeve Show. Today, I'm joined by the beautiful Lana Ivanov, originally from Kazakhstan, now living in the US. Lana, welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me here.
It's my absolute pleasure. Now, of course, I have to introduce you to our listeners and our watchers. Lana, she has a passion in life, and it's always been women's empowerment and personal development, which she takes to a whole new level with her coaching. Her coaching program was specifically engineered for high-achieving women and spa owners who seek extraordinary results and want more. She is an expert in the aesthetics industry, CEO and owner of the award-winning Advanced Aesthetic Medi Spa, an RN, medical aesthetician, microblading artist, founder and formulator of Vonavi Pro Advanced Formulation skincare, entrepreneur and confidence, mindset, and aesthetic business coach. This lady does so much. She didn't just create a company, you guys, she created an entire industry. Now she has been successfully coaching women to gain confidence through complete mindset transformation and to practice self-love, establish healthy beliefs and life habits, and how to successfully grow their lives, careers, and businesses. Lana's passion has always been to empower women through their self-development, to inspire their passions, to do what they love, as well as for spa business owners to discover the foundational business techniques to achieve financial success beyond billable hours so they can create a healthy work-life balance. Lana teaches her clients how to achieve overall equilibrium while growing beyond the 100K mark. Lana, you have done so much, and you have come so far in life, and I'm sure amazing things still to come from you.
Thank you. No, thank you. I am.
Yeah, you are just truly inspirational, and I was very honored to have you write a chapter in our multi-author book project with us at Four Eagles Publishing called Corporate Dropouts. For those who are watching and listening who have not read it yet, can you give us a sneak peek of what your chapter was about?
Well, for me, when we met first, I've been told many times, or just put comments for people who get to know me. They're like, Lana, you should write a book. You should write a book multiple times, but it never really got to me completely until I met you. And I guess sometimes people send me people who I should meet and make it happen. I wasn't sure exactly. That was a challenge for me, let's say this right way, to actually open up to the public and tell my story. Because not everybody would want to share some of those details that I experienced, I went through. But if that would happen, I'll say about even 10 years ago, there would be no way I would share this story, because I have to heal myself. I have to rebuild myself. And now looking it back, it's actually my pleasure to share my story. And I wish to inspire as many women as possible and relate to some of them who I can possibly relate. So my story, of course, as an immigrant, I name my chapter as Untold Story of American Dream, the untold mindset of American Dream. And that comes from an immigrant who came to this America when I was very young. I was just 18. And all I knew about the United States, what I learned from the movies, it's beautiful, shiny, or seen on magazines, how everything is just wonderful. Everybody's so successful, and the dollars growing on the trees. That's what we have in mind. And we came here with hope that we'll have a better future for ourselves and our children. But unfortunately, the sad truth hit us right in the beginning, kind of, well, the American dream exists. You just have to go get it, you know. And then the challenge is that English barrier. I haven't spoke not even one word when I came to America. I only knew my name is Lana. I don't speak English. If somebody start talking to me, that's all I learned how to say it. And maybe just like a basic couple words that I knew. I have to start from the bottom of the bottom, and went through a really unpleasant relationship, a divorce, have to rebuild myself from the ground, and then discover myself as a person, who I am and what I can capable of doing. So that's what my story in the beginning, to tell a little bit so people can learn about me, where I actually come from, and what it takes to build that dream. And now with the steps that I've done, it is possible, it is doable, and there is so much more that I can share and help women to get there. So that's what I want to share.
Yeah. And it was such an amazing journey. Tell me what it was like for you. I mean, you were only a young woman, you had a young child in a completely different culture, you spoke no English except for your name. How was that experience? It must have been terrifying for you.
You know, back home when we had the news, we got approval to move to America, and I was only dating my future husband, so we weren't even planning to get married because I was so young. But we decided that he wants to take me here with him, and the only way doing it, we have to be legally married. We cannot just be like, she's a girlfriend, and then sometime in the future we might get married. So it's either now or never. So we have to make that choice, and I got married early at 17. And a year later I had my daughter back home, so I moved here with her. She was only 9 months. I think at that time we only had excitement, like we're going there, but we have no idea what to expect. I have like imaginable future. And I guess when I see teenagers, my kids are now as a teenagers, they don't have that sense of fear yet. What can possibly happen? So I remember that only being exciting until we actually got here. And we live in an apartment with 3 family in 2-bedroom apartments, sharing just the rooms and corners. We only had $300 in our hand and have to face it kind of, we have to start. But I speak no English, we have no car, we have no job. So what do we actually do? So thankfully to some of the relationship and some of the friends who we knew a little bit, they start getting us a job. I got a job in the factory, and we have to share babysitting. My husband worked first shift, I work second shift, or vice versa, and just try to, you know, at least on the minimum wage. Back then it was $7 an hour, but we were trying to make it. And I was much better person. I mean stronger mentally. However, husband, I guess, thinking it now, back in the day, he got into that depression mood, and it's like reality was too harsh for him, so he started drinking and started becoming more aggressive, and then start holding me back from not to move forward. And that's where challenges start coming in. And I went through a really, really bad physical abuse, domestic abuse, violence, like everything you can possibly imagine. And I had nowhere to go. Not like for American, more people who knows, call the police, find a shelter, find a friend, somewhere to go. There are so many associations now that help people to deal with the situations, but 24, 45 years ago, I had no idea even of any of this exist. So I was trapped on the top of no money, no language, and it was very, very tough.
Yeah.
until I finally found a good friend that helped me to move, to leave that abusive relationship and move forward and start putting my life together. So yes, I work in the factory for about 5 years until I can learn how to speak broken English by talking to Americans at the job. And then finally, I put myself to college and start from the bottom of the bottom, learning like a first grade, how to read, how to write correctly, properly, and say a few things. And then I started developing myself. I got my first degree in business because first I thought work in the office compared to working in the factory, I thought that was my American dream. And every time I would go and pick up my paycheck in the factory, I was so jealous of the office ladies. And they have nice dress, nice shoes, coffee at the table. And I was like, oh my God, if I can only learn how to speak English, I can have a nice job. So that's what I thought in my mind. I would like to work in corporate America. So when I got there for the first year, I was actually so happy. I was working. I went to M. Taylor and I got myself 5 nice business suits. I couldn't be more happier.
Yeah.
But then a couple years went by, I started kind of realizing that does anybody care actually what I do? What's in here? Like it started have that heavy shoulder feeling on me that I'm not making any difference. Nobody cares. The job is too boring. Office is negative. Everybody's so depressed or on antidepressants. And but I didn't know what else to do. I was just like, well, I already went to college. I already have my degree. So I have a good job. I have a 3 weeks vacation time, a good retirement plan. I mean, what else do I need? And then another year went by. And then I have 2 women in my team, Sandy and Karen. They are the most inspiring people I ever met in my life. They were most depressed people that I've met in my life, that if you speak like 10-15 minutes with them, it's like you need to go on antidepressants. So
yeah. Okay.
I start thinking about it and what they inspire me by their negativity, that I realize I don't want to be like this. I don't just spend another 30 years of my life that I came here to United States and just wait until I retire. So that's what clicked in my brain. I'm like, must be something else. Like that's what I start working for. And then one day on my job review with my manager, I was talking to her and she mentioned to me, Lana, as a manager, I can't really say this to you, but as a friend, that because we know each other, our company have a very good consulting program, and maybe you should look into like antidepressants, Prozac, and things like that. I think it will help you because I'm taking it and it helps me a lot. I on that day and I'm sitting and thinking, are you serious? This is where my life like got to me? Yeah. I had more fun working in the factory actually. And like, really? I'll be a true American with American dream, being on antidepressants and hate my job. Like, so that moment, I took it so seriously and I started doing a really good research. And I thought, because I'm like working with people and make a difference and help people, I will be good in nursing. So I put myself to school again. And after 2 years, I graduate nursing and I start working in a hospital. I was much more happier and really took this job as long as I'm not behind the computer and I'm not in a miserable office and I'm doing something amazing. So I really like that job, but it wasn't my passion. Like, it wasn't like I'm doing something for myself and other people. So until one day I got exposed to a skincare and aesthetic business.
Okay.
And that was like a switch light bulb in my brain. I'm like, oh, how come I didn't think of that before? So sometimes I guess in life we have to take some steps and try different things. And I don't think nothing wrong with this. I don't look back and say, well, I made this mistake or that mistake. I feel like God gave me chances to self-develop myself and explore different things. And now, because I have my business degree and I have my nursing degree, everything helps me so much to be a very good businesswoman and do things that I absolutely love, and I can make a huge difference in people's lives.
Yeah.
And in the past couple years that I took all my knowledge and all my words that I've accomplished, and I've built a successful 7-figure spa business, and it's award-winning spa business. Now I'm coaching actually estheticians how to build the business, because it's not easy. It's not only go to school and get your license and then you have your clients waiting at the door. There is a system, protocols, and mindset behind it. That's the main component, the key to the success. As well, that because I'm working as a practitioner with my clients, I work with many corporate women that come to me for services, and then they open up, they become more vulnerable, or I can see where they're what they actually feeling. And outside, they are strong, successful people, but then inside, most of them are so fragile, insecure, low self-confidence, and they want to change something, but they don't know what to, or have a huge fear behind it, you know? So that's why I do mindset and an aesthetic business coaching, because that's kind of my life led me to, and I enjoy that so much. And that's what I put it in my book, and I continue growing that part.
It's just so amazing, Lana. And I love how you have taken your experiences and your lessons, and now you are paying it forward. And teaching others how to do the same. And like we said in your bio, you have not just started a business, you started an entire industry, and so many people are benefiting from you and your wisdom. So tell me, what's next for you, Lana? What are you up to, business-wise, personal-wise? What can we look forward to?
Well, I'm continue growing and building in my coaching as right now, because I started already, but it's kind of new to me. My next chapter that I am working to create online courses, because now everything is online. And as a business coach, that's available to esthetician all over United States, not just in the local area. And that's what I'm trying to figure out, how to build online classes, create a strong tribe team, and bring as much value as I possibly can, so people can actually grow their mindset and grow their revenue by doing what they love, and still be passionate about it. So, and use their passion to make a successful life.
Now, I feel like there are so many nooks and crannies to your story, and, really amazing things to dive into. Is there any chance for solo book coming out for you in the future?
Yes, that's my next thing that we probably should talk about it because I have so many things in my head, but I haven't decided exactly what to write about it, and I would need some professional guidance from you. But yes, absolutely. We discussed this in the beginning that corporate dropouts would be an experience for me to learn how it works, and I enjoyed that experience, and I'm glad I took that chance.
Yes.
So I think I actually need to have my solo book to show my expertise in my coaching business as well. So
you know, books and stories like yours, Lana, are such a great marketing tool and a connection tool to your ideal client, because when you tell them the whole story, the warts and all, the ugly bits, the happy bits, the ups, the downs, the truth of it all, that's when they can really recognize themselves and go, this woman is for me, or alternatively, this woman is not for me, and that's okay too, right?
Exactly.
You and I are definitely going to be talking about it, because I can see it now, and it will look amazing, just like you. Now, how can people find you, Lana?
I am everywhere. So I have like 5 different websites, because I do my coaching and I do advanced aesthetics, and I'm on Facebook and Instagram. But the best way to contact me through just, if somebody Google my name, lanaivanov.com, here I am. It's the easiest way to find me, or same thing on Facebook or Instagram. I'm very, very approachable, and I try to return my calls and emails very fast, as soon as I can. But that's the easy way. If somebody's not local, but if somebody is actually local, I am in West Springfield, Massachusetts, 120 Westfield Street. And right in downtown.
Yes, amazing. And I'll pop those links in the show notes so people can click and come and find your amazing self. And if you have been watching or listening, Lana did write a chapter in Corporate Dropouts, as did 19 other amazing women. They are full of inspiration and wisdom. If you haven't got your copy yet, then please go to Amazon and grab your copy. It's available in Kindle, paperback, and hardcover. And if you know of somebody who would love that book, then please share it with them. It's not about bashing corporate. Some people are made to thrive in corporate, and that's great, and others are not. You will find wisdom and inspiration in this book either way. And of course, if you're wanting to write your story in a multi-author book project like Lana has done before, then please contact us at foreaglespublishing.com. And of course, if you're wanting your solo book, we do that too. So get in touch. It's time more people told their stories, especially us business owners, because they are such a great marketing tool. Lana, thank you so much for being here with me today. It is always such a pleasure to spend time with you.
Thank you so much for having me here. Talk to you soon.
Talk to you soon.